For the third week in a row, the Denver Broncos win in amazing late fashion, this time beating the Giants behind a historic quarter that has never happened in NFL history. Yeah, for the Denver Broncos, that was an unbelievable win for them. 33 points in the fourth quarter, an NFL record. No team had ever won in the situation they were in early in the fourth quarter, down 19-0. And even as the game was going on, it seemed like I already knew that they won the game watching it, but it was like, how in the world did they win this game? They had the ball. I'm looking at the clock. It's 26-8 at like the 8-minute mark of the fourth quarter. Just ridiculous stuff. But one thing that they just kept doing, they never seemed to get panicky. And even as the game was late, they continued to run the ball, be very efficient. They actually started to get more efficient and run the ball more with Dobbins than they had the entire game. And that is a big reason that they ended up winning this one. Now, it started with a tip pass, right? Obviously, that was a huge play, the tip pass that ended up being a touchdown for them to be that first touchdown. And I think the biggest play of the game was made by the defense. Shrennard making that interception on 3rd and 5 when they were down 26-16. But Bo Nix was just doing a lot of great stuff out there. Even the call late in the game, I believe it gave him the lead at 30-26, to have Bo just running straight to the left off of a QB power, something that they hadn't called all game. Like, that was big. Just hitting big third downs throughout. And really the moment to me for the Broncos, even when I believe they got cheated with the pass interference on the deep pass to Dart, for them to come back after that, Bo Nix go down the field with only 30 seconds left, having to go 60 yards, and for him to do it in basically 2 plays was just unbelievable. And throughout the game, Bo Nix 27 for 50. You know what I mean? They weren't playing a great defense, a defense that could be great in theory, but one that really hadn't shown up to the plate. You know what I mean? The Giants were 20th, were ranked in the 20s in pass defense, run defense, points allowed, only 18th in sacks. And the Broncos O-line, you definitely saw Brian Burns got 2 sacks, but they ended up being very good against them. But just, we've now seen it like weeks now. They look terrible against the Jets. The Jets they suck. The Jets aren't that good as a compliment. The Jets are the worst team in the league, but they were able to beat them. And then coming from behind in Philly down 17-3, that to me kind of showed that they do have this clutch gene. And Bo Nix, just again in these big moments now, you got to call him clutch. He continues to come through in these huge moments. Now, one thing that I do think is the issue is obviously the issue. The first 3 quarters, they didn't score. They just couldn't move the ball early in the game. And for a team that has this expectations that they have, they need to start cleaning this up and be just better early in these games. They were trying to run a lot of screens. They weren't working. A lot of their run calls, they weren't quite as effective early, but you saw it. Like, the defense kept them in the game, fighting hard, just getting stops. Only allowing 19 points through those 3 quarters when the offense was super duper stagnant. But for Sean Payton and the Broncos, like, they need to do something a little bit better. They started off with just 3 and outs, and the Giants kept having the ball, and luckily the defense stood up. That defense wasn't as great today. But you saw that they had those moments. But I just think for the Broncos, that's definitely going to be a concern. But still, for them to do what they did down the stretch, just incredible. They're now 5-2, and with these receivers, like you saw, like the throws that they started throwing to Sutton, to Mims, to all those guys, to get them set up in big situations, that as well was just huge. So for the Broncos, it's an interesting game, right? Because you come back from overseas, and I just feel like I just feel like right now with this team, it's just so weird. It's just a weird unit, right? Like, but I don't know what to make of them. You can't say they're not clutch. Next week they get the Cowboys, then the Texans, and then the Raiders. So I think one thing, as it continues to go on, and it may look weird at times, but Bo Nix he doesn't make those mistakes. He stays in the game, he stays engaged, and he just plays whatever play he's being given. He didn't, to me, need to throw the ball 50 times, but that's how they approached it. But he didn't turn the ball over. He didn't have any huge mistakes. He didn't throw any big interceptions, and that was also like a huge part of the game. So for the Broncos, big win, 33-32, historic quarter. It took some collapsing as well, that interception late in the game, but they were great in that fourth quarter, and they were able to make some huge plays. And it's just going forward now as they play the Cowboys, as they play the Texans. You're going to be interested to see if they can just start off a little hotter, because right now the AFC is wide open as it is. They're the second best team in the AFC. They have a chance for sure to be serious contenders. Just got to clean up some stuff early in these games.
Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Please watch some of the other videos on the site. I've created a playlist with each and every football team, and every week we will be going over those games. I'm really loving this, enjoying it, and hoping you guys are as well. Of course, like, subscribe, and if anyone wants to sponsor, we're looking for Lumia Sports Productions is looking for sponsors. Shout us out. We will shout you out during the video. Thank you guys again for watching. Have a great day. Enjoy.